Hello, and here we are. This is the big one, folks, and for convenience I have returned all of these to the vehicle modes. I've got the weapons set to one side. The only thing I didn't do, vehicle mode-ish, was fold these feet back under, because as we saw in its video, that plastic is terrifying. I'm not sure if you can see how that's wearing? I'm going to have to trim that or something because it's horrible. It's really, ugh. Ugh. Ugh, it's not pleasant. So, these three combine. So, should we start at the bottom and work our way up? Seems reasonable. Let's go for that. Stand back a bit, give me a bit of space. Okay, start with the drill. Tank, nice steady bass. I don't mean the musical noise, or instrument, or whatever it is. So first things first, we take the turret off. And we put that to one side. Then we're left with this. Because you can't tell what that is, can you? So we'll do the same as we did for robot mode. We'll put these all out. These things that I tried to convince you were nice big heels for the robot mode. Because I'm really convincing like that. I'm a master of deception. Obviously. Bring that up. Well, don't necessarily have to bring these up, but, you know, whatever, knee pads. And I personally like to turn the arms and straighten that out, just so it's like that. Personal preference, don't have to do it, you can just leave them straight off. But I think that adds a bit more presence. Yeah? And this is the thing, right? You got the gimmick to open and close those. Yeah, because it does close as well. Give me a second. Yeah, it does close. But even with that, you try down here first. There you go. You pull this apart. It's actually got, you know, a mechanism that goes in there, which I believe was wrongly placed, but still, it's actually got a connection that goes together. So you separate that, and got two legs. They look alright, they don't look too bad. We've certainly seen worse over the years, so I'll put that over there. And then we'll go for the middle. You can probably hear my dog eating in the background, but, you know, whatever, it happens. So we separate this, bring it around. You know what, let's do it on the fly. See those bits there? Let's see these bits here. Alright, so, no, yes, no. Go on. There we go. Right, that's definitely in. Okay. On this side. There we go, definitely in. You get the kneecaps tidied up a little bit. Okay. To raise the camera up a bit. Okay. There we go. Just the lighting for height. Yep, that kind of works. Okay. Now we fold this over, and it does, if you get it lined up properly, click in. Okay, so you got this. Okay. So far, so good. Just don't. It's not your review. Stay there. This is where it gets a little bit awkward. Okay? So, fold these down, like that. Pardon me, dear me. I've had a cough all day, I don't know why. Bring that out. This you bring to out there. You bring the arms so they're straight down. So they're out straight down. And then you kind of fold them back on themselves like that. I can't remember why you do this, but I do remember you do this. It's been a while since I've tried to combine these guys, so give me a chance. So you do that. And then, see here? Underneath? You bring this whole piece apart. The whole thing comes apart. And that's about as far as it goes. Okay. You get this kind of off to one side because I've got this. You go there. There you go. There we go. Okay. And this extends. Turn. Rotate down. There you go. And this is where problems start coming in, because you've got to use these sliders, classic oldie transformery style, and slide that out. And again, possibly this side. Stop clattering around, stupid dog. Should have named him Courage, I'm telling you. Anyone who gets that reference, it was a terrible cartoon. Bring that one out. I don't like this one so much, this one doesn't really want to come out as well. Okay, bring that out, okay. Will we get away with that? I think we might get away with that for now. There are these. Ah, that's where you want the arms up. These on the back of the, what, are they the shoulders? No. No, it's like double hinged elbow. So on the upper elbow, there are these connection little nodules, which you can just about see there. Yeah, those go into these. Ah, clever. So we'll bring that along, we'll line it up, and is that both of them in? Nope, just one. Stop clattering around, I'm doing a video. God. Okay, so we've got that so far. Dog's looking at me like I'm stupid. Okay. Bring that down and actually it doesn't click necessarily, but it does go in quite well. Then you bring all this up. And this is, ooh, there's all sorts in there. Is that a dead spider? Could be, could be. Ah, you can tell how long it was since I touched this. Bring that up, bring the head up on this big yellow hinge, fold it back in, and then this piece here is a hinge, and then there's another hinge. So you just do the second hinge and drop that on top, and then you bring forward the horns, and then the wings you can adjust to preference. Do what you like with them. Okay. And you get, if you can get in all the glory, unnamed robot, because these guys didn't come with names. You don't have to turn this head around, but if you don't, then you can see his face. It looks a bit daft, so, you know. But yeah. How cool is that? But don't worry, the weapons, because for some reason these have got to do this. Get the weapons, you connect. Pretty sure this is the right way around. You connect that one there. And you connect this one here. I don't know why. And you make this big, huge staff, halberd, pike, dewberry, glaive, what's it, thingy. I'm not even sure what you try to call that, to be honest with you. And that goes in the hand. Doesn't hold very well. And, remember the turret? You gotta hold that, otherwise... Hold that. Fold it all out. And there you go. So, what do we think of that, children? I mean... That's Blitzwing, so he's, what? An Ultra would be about there somewhere, so he's easily leader. Easily leader. This is your Combiner Wars Sunstreaker. Coming up maybe... This is the least scientific way I can do this, just so you know. He's roughly twice the size of a Deluxe. Yeah? Height-wise. But yeah. Now, from my very limited... Oh, no, sorry. This is something very poignant that needs to be done. You fold this up, and fold out the beak. So then that kind of turns into like a little bird head. Because, as I was just about to say, this is a rip-off of something from, I believe it was... Great King X Kaiser, something like that. I can't remember what the actual name was. If you search for X Kaiser, EX Kaiser, you know, one word. It's a Brave series, as I've said before. The Brave series were a series of cartoons with combined robots and stuff that we basically got when we got Beast Wars. When America and Europe and everyone else got Beast Wars, The Japanese were like, no, ball joints, pfft, not interested in that. We want this stuff with the old Power Ranger, very limited articulation, which is usually massive. You know, Deluxe comes to this kind of height. Up here. That's how the Japs roll, and kudos to you. If Japs is offensive, I don't think Japs is offensive. I'm not being offensive. I love the Japanese. Look at the stuff I'm reviewing. Obviously, I love the Japanese. Come on. But from the series X Kaiser, and this is a rip-off of, I believe it was used twice, possibly in two different of the Brave series, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm getting the second one first or whatever, but I can only remember one of the names, and that is God Max. God and Max. That's it. That's the set that this is. This is the God Max set. They're in really garish, sort of bluish colours and all that sort of thing. Like, yeah. Like, this isn't garish. What am I talking about? But no, I believe that's the second version. This is based on the original, but I cannot for the life of me remember what the original's called. I was going to research it, but then I kind of just went to do the review. I'm not an impatient child, honest. I'm really not. But this has been a few days in the making, and oh man. But he's a fair lump. He's not. The weapon doesn't hold particularly well, but who cares about that? He ain't coming apart. Yeah, he's good, chunky engineering, and you've got to love this. It's like the law. You've got to love this. I mean, hang on, considering the size. If I'd have thought about it, I'd have got Defensor or Superion made, because I think he's roughly the same size as them, if not slightly bigger. I think he's probably bigger than Superion. I'm not going to say Devastator, don't get me wrong, because I haven't got Devastator, but Devastator, his crotch should be about here. Devastator's enormous. If anyone wants to send me Devastator, to Kara, please. Don't. No. We're not playing that game. We're not playing that game. But this guy is fantastic. I paid £15 for this. £15, brand new, in 3 separate boxes. You can't go wrong with that, really, can you? You can't go wrong, and I love it. I love this thing to bits. It's big, it's stupid. I'm a little worried about some of the joints sometimes because they creak a bit more than I would like. Yeah, if you've had some knockoffs, you've got a couple of things, you start moving them, you're like, I don't like moving that. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I love this thing. I love this thing a lot. It's so ridiculous. I'm so glad I finally got it down to do this review. So, yeah. I hope you people appreciate that, because this is just, I need that. I need that in my life. For my next review, we kind of have a choice. We'll see what I come out with. There's either a Fembot I completely forgot about. Whoops. Or just having a dig at the Combiner Wars before they're completely overwatched with the Titans Return, that's all. So, not that anyone's going to vote, but, you know, there's a choice. I'll see what I feel like. You know, either missing Fembot or having a dig at Combiner Wars. Combiner Wars is probably sounding more fun, but the Fembot was just... I literally found it this afternoon in some of my old stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about you. Bad fan. Whoops. So anyway, I shall shut up now. So I have been ugly. I have been wretched. I shall see all of you. Stop it. When I can be bothered. Next time. Doodles.